I wanted to today spend a little bit of time. I have a special guest with me today, Shoba Trivadi, who
Mark.
runs Palo Alto Academy.
Yes.
So I wanted to spend a little bit of time with us for everybody in Palo Alto Networks and external as well, because this is an extremely important endeavor for Palo Alto that I bet you most people don't even know we do. So I'd like to dig into that a little bit. So what is the Academy?
Okay, I have the pride and the privilege of taking care of the Palo Alto Networks Academy. The Palo Alto Networks Academy, I am the Academy manager. And by that I mean I manage something much more powerful and glamorous than perhaps the Academy Awards in the Oscars or the Globes.
That's saying a lot.
Yes, because I'm working for Palo Alto Networks Academy.
Mm-hmm.
By that we mean when we reach colleges and institutions around the world, we work with them. We send our trainers who teach the professors of the world, people who are teaching security to students. We send our products, we send our technology, we send our trainers, we send our material, course material. They take it into classrooms all around the world. Mm-hmm. And this is a fantastic endeavor by our company. Okay. It shows that we are not only chasing the products and building the best products, we are willing to share that knowledge with the next generation. Mm-hmm. The next generation, future customers, and also for students who will actually contribute back to the society and build products in security.
Okay, so we're actually teaching them how to use Palo Alto Networks technology in a classroom environment.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
That sounds great. And how many schools are we working with right now?
We are going in a very measured way. We could have exploded very soon because there's a lot of interest in Palo Alto Networks technology and people are waiting to get their hands on it and learn about it. But we said we want to move in a measured manner, making sure that we're taking the right steps. So right now, Mark, to answer your question, we have 35 schools around the world who are part of us. Singapore came first, then Amsterdam. In Holland had a university called In Holland, and they joined us. Singapore had all the polytechnics, which are very superior level engineering schools there. And we have many in Europe. We have one in Belgium, etc. And we are now getting calls from UAE, Dubai, and well, you name it.
Wow,
they come
very
to us,
global.
Yes.
So
yes.
Of those 35 schools so far, how many students do you think have gotten exposure to Palo Alto Networks technology through this?
I am very glad you asked this question because Brett Eldridge, who is the Senior VP of Global Customer Support, and we all are under him in training, his goal for this year is, Shoba, let's make it, I'm going to give you a challenge, 1,000 students. I was ecstatic. Last year we had about 500 students, and we're already 650 to 700 students right now.
Wow,
even
half mid-year. Wow,
absolutely, and there might be many more joining. So we definitely reach the mark. So that's how many students we are going to have by the end of this fiscal year.
That's great. So do you have feedback from the students?
Absolutely, all of them. I mean, even though I say so myself, and we are all Palo Alto Networks, we should be happy to listen to them. They're all very eager to get their hands on our products, our technology, and they're raving about it. Many of them, without naming our other competitors, are almost coming to us saying, this is next generation, give us this, we really don't want that. And so that's music to my ears.
That's great.
There's a very, very good feedback.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like you're doing fantastic work, so we appreciate that.
Thank you very much, Mark.
Yeah, I appreciate you taking time and answering my questions. So.
Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Yes, happy to do it.
Yeah.
And you have some for me, I think?
I do. In fact, I'm glad you're reading my mind. When people in my department heard that I'm going to be meeting you today, of course, I got some questions. Okay. One of the first questions I have is, what do you think, from your perspective, of this opportunity that students have to get their hands on cutting-edge technology? We are the next generation. What is your opinion of that going to the hands of the next generation?
Well, two things on that. The first, I think, is specific to security. It's very important that the imbalance of supply and demand on security specialists be met globally. Right now, that's everything we read is that there is this imbalance out there, and there's just not enough people who are being actually trained as practitioners, security practitioners. So everything that we can do about that is fantastic to try to fix that. I think from a student perspective as well, at least in the United States, I don't know about the rest of the world, there's definitely debates going on about the cost of education and getting jobs right at the end of that.
Absolutely.
And I think that security is a massively growing field, again with the supply demand imbalance. So if we can have something to do with training people to be hands-on practitioners when they graduate to come into an exploding field, the chances of them getting a job are going to go way up, and I think that obviously benefits us, but I think it's going to benefit these students as well.
Absolutely, Mark. In fact, I'm so glad to hear you say this because the next question was actually tied into some of the things you already addressed. For example, someone was very curious. When we first started this program, the need was, it was to fit a need in the marketplace, and we wanted to know what you think of it, and I think you already kind of addressed it. Mm-hmm. The other thing is, a commitment from a company such as ours, we're already giving this lots of aspects at no charge because we do believe that this is a company with a heart that reaches the next generation. What, in your opinion, is the commitment that our company can make to such an endeavor?
High.
Very good, fantastic.
Yeah,
that's
so
what I
think the fact that we're doing it already says a lot, and just given the size and scope of the effort that you just laid out, 35 countries, 1,000 plus students. That are participating in this already is pretty significant, and I would hope that we can get that to 10,000 students in hundreds of countries because this is a global effort, this is a global company, and our ability to get in early with these people to use our technology clearly is beneficial for us, but like I said, anything we can do to help change that supply-demand imbalance that's out there right now for security professionals is a positive for all organizations and companies where these students are going to go to work. So very, very committed to the effort, and glad to see it's working out so well. Yeah. Well, thank you very much for being with us, Shoba. We really appreciate that. And that's just one example of what I was saying about the fantastic stuff that's happening around Palo Alto Networks all the time that you may not have the visibility in what you're doing every day. You know, we'll try to make efforts like Palo Alto Networks Academy visible to folks. But there's something pretty extraordinary, I think, that Palo Alto is doing, and look forward to really supporting that effort. Palo Alto Networks Academy, which is in a class of its own. Thanks.